Hi. In this video, we will cover every steps to set up Fish Networking's free and open source netcode in combination with Edgegap's hosting for your project to deploy and host an automated game server directly from Unity's editor, as to get your game online and playable worldwide easily and in minutes. Let's get started. There are 3 requirements to ensure everything works. First, make sure you use the latest Fish Networking plugin, at least v3 and up. It can be downloaded directly from the Unity Asset Store or on GitHub. A direct link is in the description. Once installed and imported FishNet from the store, access it by selecting Window from the top menu, then select Package Manager from the drop-down menu, select My Assets to find the FishNet plugin. For new users, we strongly recommend watching the amazing community tutorials to use FishNet to its full capabilities. Second, within Unity, head over to Unity's hub to confirm you have installed the Linux dedicated server build support module in your project. If not, simply click on the package and install it. Make sure to restart Unity to avoid problems. The third and final prerequisite is to install and run Docker. It containerizes your game servers to help it deploy and run faster. If you haven't yet, you can go watch our Docker installation video, or head over to docker.com and follow the installation procedure. It's easy and takes just a few minutes. Now, let's get started in Unity. From the editor, let's open one of FishNet's sample project. In our example, we will use the HashGrid demo, which is set up for dedicated game servers. Once opened, select the Network Manager game object in the scene, and in the Component Inspector, confirm that all 2 configurations, namely Run in Background and Don't Destroy on Load, are enabled. Below, under the Tugboat section, note the network address should be currently set to localhost. This will be swapped to the hosting address later after the Edgegap game server is deployed. Similarly, the port value is likely set to a default internal state such as 7112 in this case, which will have to be updated. If the Tugboat section is missing, select Add Component and type in Tugboat. It will appear under Search. From the top navigation menu, select Tool and then click on Edgegap Hosting, which will open the plugins window. If Edgegap isn't available, even if it's packaged as part of Fish Networking 3.0 onwards, the latest version of the plugin can be downloaded directly from our GitHub page. At this point, if you see an error 400 warning, it means you are either missing or have an outdated version of Newtonsoft. Go to Window, then select Package Manager. Select the plus sign and choose Add Package by Name. Paste the Newtonsoft package name, which you can find in this YouTube video's description. To function, you first have to generate a token. To do so, you must create an Edgegap account. Click on the Get a Token button, which will open up your browser. Signing up is free and takes just a few seconds. First, select Get Started at the bottom. Then, from the login screen, input your email and a password and opt into our terms. You'll then instantly get a verification email. Click on Confirm your email to validate your account. Finally, input your organization's name and confirm. This is Edgegap Applications Dashboard. We strongly recommend exploring it with the tour, but we'll skip it for this video. Automatically, a pop-up with your unique one-click token appears. Simply copy it by clicking on the clipboard icon and paste it directly in the plugin's text box. Then, select Verify, which confirms the token is valid. The Application Info tab now opens automatically. Should you already have an application on our platform, input its name in the text box and load it as an existing app. If not, which is the case in this tutorial, simply enter your project's name. It must be in lowercase with no spaces. The Create Application button is now enabled. Select it. This opens the Container Registry and the Deployment tabs. Container Registry is where your game server's container is stored. All you need to do is make sure the port and protocol types are accurate to your netcode transports as to ensure the server adequately listens for connection. This information can be found in the Network Manager's Inspector tab. Here is FishNet's sample project port, found under the Tugboat transport from earlier in the video. Here, the protocol type is accurate as this sample project by FishNet uses UDP. If you are unsure which protocol type to use, refer to your netcode's documentation to confirm which transport it uses, or select the appropriate option based on your unique choice. New version tag refers to the unique version of your server. This field requires your manual input. We recommend changing the value whenever you proceed with updates to your game server. For advanced users, Edgegap provides the option to use a custom container registry. For this tutorial, we will use the Edgegap's default one. Next, select Build and Push. This automatically compiles the project into a dedicated Linux server, then create a Docker container which is deployed to Edgegap's registry. Then create a new deployment. Under Status, you will see its progress. Once ready, and a URL appears. Copy it by clicking the clipboard button, then under the Tugboat component, replace the current client address by pasting the URL and remove the port and colon. Replace the port with the new port from Edgegap's URL. In the editor on the left under Network Manager, select Network HUD Canvas, and under the Script section, make sure the Auto Start Type option is set to Disabled. Finally, start your game scene by clicking the play button atop the editor. Congrats, your game is now online for the world to play. Evidently, test things first. In the game scene, select Client to test if your deployment works with the game server hosted by Edgegap. Once you are done testing, return to the Edgegap plugin to stop the server instance by selecting Stop Server. Remember that, if you're looking to make a new game server build, you'll have to change back the client address, port, and auto start type to the relevant information for the game server. That is all for the Edgegap plugin with Fish Networking Netcode, which empower game developers with automated game server and simple hosting. The likely next step in your game development will be to connect players. For more information on Edgegap's free, simple, and fully automated matchmaker, you can check out our tutorial or join Edgegap's Discord community to develop and share with game devs just like you. Thanks for watching.